Tento's family. It's your boy Tony, and you're watching Tento's TV. Yo, today we got reactions, and it's a crazy video. So, this video was uploaded about a year ago, right? And I recently just came across this, and I thought I'd react to it with you guys. So, it's a concerning video. It's about AI. And personally, I really don't use AI for anything. When it comes to editing, I just edit using the software as is. I don't AI enhance. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't even AI enhance my thumbnails or anything like that. But so what's concerning about AI is it takes a lot of resources just to use AI. Just to get that type of software takes a lot of resources. Artificial intelligence is no joke. So basically they have these giant facilities, right? And it's basically a giant hard drive. And inside the facility there's no other way to cool it, or I mean that's just what I know, but the way that they do cool it is they basically use water, and they evaporate it, so they use that water vapor to cool the systems down. And in this video it's going to explain a lot, but long story short, just to get a quick prompt or an essay or a quick photo from AI uses, like, I think, more than a cup of water. I think it's about like a liter or something like that. And that's a lot. Imagine how many people are on this earth, right? Imagine how much water we already use in our daily lives. How much water we need to process and filter for drinking water. How much water goes through our washer machines, our toilets, our septic systems, our sewage systems, our everything. Everything is water, right? And AI uses a lot of water on top of that. So this is a crisis if you guys ask me. And let's get into the video. Enough about it, but check it out. Let's get to it.
Let's say I ask 10 to 50 questions of ChatGPT. The hugely popular chatbot would need to gulp about 500 milliliters of water to provide me with the answers. That's
100
roughly the
milliliters.
amount in this standard bottle of water. Hundreds of millions of users then, all submitting prompts, quickly shows just how thirsty artificial intelligence can be. It's little known
Yeah,
details
see?
like this that help to shine a light on big tech's water footprint, an often overlooked issue, but one that is increasingly coming under public scrutiny as global demand for AI gathers pace. In July of 2023, for example, protesters took to the streets of Uruguay's capital city to demonstrate against Google's plan to build a data center. The proposal sought to use vast quantities of water at a time when the South American country was suffering its
See, look at, watch. I'm gonna pause it right here. Look at that. Look at how much water is gone from there. Like, y'all see all the erosion? Look at how much water was gone from there. That looks wild though. It looks like it's fire or something.
is. Xiaolei Ren, a researcher at the University of California, recently published a paper looking at the resources needed to power AI models, as well as what can be done to try to quench the thirst of this juggernaut.
In general, the public is getting more knowledgeable and aware of the water issue. If they learn that the big techs are taking away their water resources and they're not getting enough water, nobody will like it. I think we're going to see more clashes over the water usage in the coming years as well. So this type of risks will have to be taken care of by the companies.
They ain't gonna take care of it as long as their profit margins.
In just the last few months, tech giants deeply involved with AI research have reported a massive jump in their water consumption. Researchers say that AI is partly to blame, as companies use millions of liters of water to keep temperatures in check at their data centers. It's easy to think of the internet as something that's intangible, but whether it's asking questions of ChatGPT or logging in to check your emails, the computing power needed to keep these websites running relies on a lot of water. Microsoft disclosed in its latest environmental sustainability report that its global water use rose by more than a third from 2021 to 2022, climbing to nearly 1.7 billion gallons.
All right. Let me pause it right here, right? 1.7 billion gallons of water. If that doesn't raise an eyebrow, then what are y'all even thinking about? That's very concerning. Let's get to it.
For Google, total water consumption at its data centers and offices came in at 5.6 billion gallons in 2022, a 21% increase on the year before. It means that Microsoft's annual water use was the equivalent to more than 2,500 Olympic-sized swimming pools, while for Google, this would be enough water to fill nearly 8,500 pools. Both companies are working to reduce their water footprint and become water positive by the end of the decade, meaning they aim to replenish more water than they use. It's notable, however, that their latest water consumption figures were disclosed before the launch of their own respective ChatGPT competitors. The computing power needed to run Microsoft's Bing Chat and Google Bard could mean more water usage.
Okay, I'm also going to pause it right here real quick. Okay, that would make so much sense for all of this cloud seeding that's going on. That's just a theory, that was hypothetical, only for entertainment purposes. But so that's my theory. All this cloud seeding because we're running out of water, so they're trying to make more water. All these floods that are happening, it's because they let their cloud seeding. Okay, well, this is just my own theory, but it's because they let their cloud seeding get out of hand. They let it get out of control. And they didn't look at the results and the statistics, right? And they flooded themselves. That's real shit. There was where was it at? I don't know if it was in Dubai, but they had cloud seeding recently. And it wasn't recently, but it was like maybe about 8 months to like a year ago or something. But they recently flooded out because they over cloud seeded. But that's my own theory. Don't have to listen to that, but let's get to it.
For the coming months. Water scarcity is a big problem on every continent, and one that's being exacerbated by the climate crisis. Here in Dubai, a region where the heat is extreme and water is precious, policymakers and business leaders are gathering at COP28 to discuss what more can be done.
What really needs is to be in place is an international governance body that can regulate, and that is what COP is to a certain extent, a global governance institution that tries to regulate, that tries to monitor complex problems. One subset of that complex problem is AI, which is at the moment in a very transient phase. It's an inflection moment for AI, so it could go either way, and it's very important that we govern that direction to be less energy intensive and more within planetary boundaries.
Data centers are part of the lifeblood of big tech, and a lot of water is required to keep them running smoothly. For Meta, it's these data centers that generate not only the highest percentage of its water use, but also the lion's share of its energy use and greenhouse gas emissions. Rows upon rows of computing servers in hubs the size of warehouses work to store and transfer all our digital information, with almost all this energy then converted into heat. Companies like Google, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft all use various cooling systems to prevent their servers from overheating.
Okay, let me pause right here. All of these companies use AI. All of these companies use AI. Now, all that water that we were just talking about that's wasted, multiply that shit by like 50. Plus all of our necessities, plus everyday use of water, plus drinking water and filtered water. You get me? Like, it just goes on and on and on and on. I don't even know how the fuck we even have water still. And I know water is something that, it's natural. It's a resource that, I guess, replenishes itself. Well, I mean, in some cases. Because sometimes if a lake goes dry, that lake just gonna be dry. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that's just all that water. It's... How am I trying to put it? Yeah, we could run out of water. That's about it. Faster than the water will replenish. Let's get to it.
Method involves the use of cooling towers. This heat rejection device works like a giant air conditioner, typically using water in an evaporation process to expel building heat into the atmosphere. Another technique often used is outside air cooling, or free cooling. This system takes the outside air, which has a lower temperature than inside the building, to directly cool down the servers. This process can work without the need for cooling towers, but water evaporation is still needed when the outside air is too hot, often at the height of summer when people use water the most and drought is at its worst. Basing data centers in cooler climates is one way to get this free cooling, but at present only a fraction of them are currently housed in colder environments. The US, by a long way, operates.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna pause that. That's a bias. That's a biased. What am I trying to say? That's a biased fact. Or maybe it's biased because it is or isn't a fact. But so countries with the most data centers worldwide, right? It says US and it has ours all the way shot up that way. That's actually a lie. China, China is so polluted with their data centers and their coal plants and everything like that. Like literally like everything that they're using their water for too. It's not just the US, it's a worldwide problem. And plus everybody's starting to get AI. Imagine how much water is just think about it. Think about the water, guys. Think about the water. Let's get to it.
It's far more data centers than any other country, with more than 5,300. That's 10 times more than second place Germany. Anne Skeet, Senior Director of Leadership Ethics at the Markula Center for Applied Ethics, says tech companies will need to be a little more judicious on AI if they are to meet their environmental goals.
I think we are going to see some activity from regulators. There's already some increased requirements coming in the new year for companies to disclose their water usage in the European Union. And I think that requirement is a necessary one for people to start to appreciate the issue and think about their own choices in it. They may have to become a little more heavy-handed in terms of what they're asking companies to do, and even think about placing certain limitations on companies if we don't see either market forces or innovation contribute to bringing the use of water down.
AI is one of the most prominent and fastest growing workloads in data centers, which means big tech is likely to need a lot more of this precious resource. In fact, the computing power required for AI is estimated to double every 100 days, and it's expected to increase by more than 1 million times over the next 5 years. Wren and his colleagues have predicted that global AI demand could be accountable for up to 6.6 billion cubic meters of water withdrawal by 2027. Remarkably, that would be roughly equivalent to the total annual water withdrawal of Washington state. Researchers say this is deeply concerning at a time of growing water scarcity. Alongside the urgent environmental risks, tension over the water usage of data centers and human needs
Damn, let me pause it right there. That just made me think, guys. The animals, the ones that really rely on that water source too. I just forgot how much of them drink water. That's like a whole half of the planet. Or way more. Let's get to it.
Part of social problems across the globe. Following the protest in Uruguay over Google's plan to build a data center, the tech giant reportedly said the project was still at an exploratory phase and stressed that sustainability remained at the heart of its mission. It's thought social challenges such as this are likely to increase over the coming years, prompting many to ask what some of the solutions could be to meaningfully address big tech's growing water footprint.
This water is a shared challenge by all of us, so nobody can solve this issue without global efforts. So as a users, if let's say we're just doing some random stuff, we might want to avoid using generative AI because those are generally more resource consuming compared to a simple search. So there are a lot of ways individual users can contribute to the water usage saving. But the first step is that we need to be aware of this issue. We need to have the visibility of the water efficiency of the services.
Yeah, yo. So that was the end of the video, right, guys? And Tento's family just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate everybody. So we've been getting some new subscribers, and welcome to the collective. Just know that you're going to be entertained. Information is very, very... Oh, wait. My brain just took a shit right there. Yo, my bad. But entertainment and information and reactions, right? And there's going to be more gameplay. Yo, give me 1 second. Check this out. Your boy got a GameCube. Yo. So we're going to be playing that pretty soon. Yeah, so just want to appreciate everybody and keep doing your guys' thing and don't give up. I know sometimes it's hard, and I know sometimes, you guys want to give up. And at those times that you want to give up, just keep pushing harder. Just keep pushing harder. And you'll find out where you want to be as long as you stay focused and, see those signs that the man above is trying to give you. But on the video and the topic, yo, AI, that's concerning, right? And it's a lot more than just, oh, we can replenish the water. Or, it's crazy because I was having this topic with someone like a while ago, right? And they were telling me like, oh, can't they just use the ocean water? No, no, they can't. Like they can't. Once the spring waters or once like the mountain waters and all that touches the salt waters from where it's going, like you can't just desalt the water. Like you can desalt the water, but it's a very very long process and it takes a lot of money and it wouldn't really be worth that. That would be, this is a global crisis right now. People really do need to work together, and honestly using AI is kind of, if you're not using it for something that has like real purpose, then you're just using AI for bullshit, then you're part of the problem. Let me be honest here. But yeah, so guys, we gotta do something about it. But that's the end of the video. But Tento's family, stay strong minded and stay collected. And we'll see you on to the next one. Later.